Ladies and gentlemen, Suds Media is an official affiliate of the WWE Shop. Whether you want merchandise from the original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, or the Hall of Famers, the New World Order, or from WrestleMania itself, scan the QR code on the screen or go to suds-media.com/wrestling merch, and it gives us a commission to help our show. Happy New Year, everybody. It's now 2025. As a matter of fact, today is New Year's Day, January 1st, 2025. I am Vinny Apicella as one of your co-hosts of Suds Media, Suds News, as well as Dockside at the Bay and taking me down to Studio City and so on and so forth. 2025 is bringing a lot to you this year. However, while we're on our holiday break, I'm going to be posting a lot of interviews from our podcastathon. What we have actually saved. Remember, there was a snafu with StreamYard, not realizing that it only recorded the first 10 hours and then that's it. And YouTube doesn't save it at all. So we lost a lot. Next year, we have our correction of errors done and we'll do it differently. However, we are going to go ahead. This interview that you're going to hear right now is from the founder and organizer of Samantha's Friends, Alice Bozza. Bozza. Please, I apologize if I butchered the name or got the name wrong. So what you're going to see and or hear, depending on how you're consuming this, is the genesis of Samantha's Friends and why we chose to support them for our podcastathon this past November. So as we gear up for 2025, please go ahead and listen and or watch our interview from this past November's 26-hour podcastathon with Alice Bozza. Joining Angela and I are also Kim and Donald Peebles. So there's 5 of us on screen. Donald Peebles was on the podcastathon for quite a while. Kim joined us for quite a while. So they were in with us. So enjoy this interview, and we'll be posting a lot more throughout the day. As a matter of fact, speaking of Samantha's Friends, I'd like to welcome in the person that runs Samantha's Friends, Alice, who is going to join us on stage right now. I'm going to bring her in to our podcastathon.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate it so much. And Kim, thank you for recommending us for this podcast. And we're so happy that you had a wonderful time when you were with us. And Vinny, we expect to see you next year.
That's my plan.
With Kim. We'll send you the dates and the flyer, and we'll talk a little bit about Samantha's Friends if we have some time to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't do this at every event because there are so many of the same people that come, so I don't want to bore them with the story. But when Samantha was 15 years old, she had an arterial venous malformation, which resulted in a severe stroke. And so she was in the hospital for over a year. She was just on life support for a while. They didn't think she was going to make it. And so she had to learn everything all over again. And when she did get well, there was a stockbroker from New York who read her story in the newspaper when she was graduating high school. And he felt compelled to start a foundation because he had had the same thing happen to him when he was 15. So now we're going on 15, 25, 35, 45, 30 some odd years that this happened. And after this, and when she got well and she was able to speak again, because she had to learn everything all over again, it was a rough several years. And I try not to get too emotional when I talk about it, but anyway, we thought about, well, how can, after this fellow started this foundation, he did it for 3 years, benefiting other people that were hit with catastrophic illnesses. And then when 9/11 hit, it was like funds were going to other areas. So he asked if we would like to take it over, and I said absolutely not. And so Samantha had other dreams about this. And so Samantha's Friends here in Florida was started. And so we're close to counting when our friend Eddie Pearlie started it, close to 30 years. Of course, we take this money and we decided that how can we get people to come to this event? I mean, who do we know? Who's going to come and just to support us, right? So we thought, well, soap operas. Everybody loves soap operas, and dogs. Everybody loves dogs.
Yep.
So this is how it all started. And we've gone through different charities over the years. We're very forthcoming at our event. We give out checks. Kim, as you know, you've been there. We give out checks right there at our event to the charities that we represent. And so we started out with an organization called Kids and Canines. And we absolutely loved Kids and Canines because they were a twofold operation. They helped at truant kids and they trained service dogs. So it was 2 in 1. And we worked with them for, what, Sammy? Maybe 10 years, 12 years. And then we decided, well, let's get some local charities involved because we are local. And so we started with Southeastern Guide Dogs, which of course is nationwide. Actually, I think it's worldwide. And we worked with them for about 5 years. And then we went on to, now we have 3 charities that we support. And we're really excited about all 3 of these charities. One is called Dante's Den. And Dante's Den is lifetime care for dogs. So it's a program that if you can't care for your dog anymore, you can send them here. They have acres and acres of land. They have vets on staff. Also for vets who are deployed, they have to leave their animals somewhere. They can leave them at Dante's Den. And so it's a wonderful organization. They always bring a dog to our event, a dog or 2. And then we just started with our last event. And Kim, you I don't believe you were here for this, Canines for Heroes. And
no, I was. Yes,
were you there for that one? Okay.
Yes.
So Canines for Heroes, they work with vets, disabled vets, and they're the dogs. And we were so excited when we met them, and we had lunch with the founders of Canines for Heroes and the 2 dogs. And they're the dogs that the SEALs use, the ones that jump out of planes and, to swim and wear the goggles, so cute. Well, anyway, they bring those dogs as well to the organization. And then the third charity that we're working with is Play for Life. And that's pickleball. And pickleball has just gone crazy throughout the country right now.
Yeah.
Everyone plays pickleball. So now there's 2 phases of pickleball. There's the one that's for profit, and then there's the one for charity. And so the one for charity is the one that we donate to. And what they do is they provide full pickleball sets to schools that can't afford them, to firehouses, to police. So it's a very, very good organization. So that's kind of where we are right now. We love doing this. This is Samantha's life. This is what she's involved in. And so planning to a year is quite an undertaking. And as we listened earlier to some of our actors and what they had to say, we were very, very pleased and proud of the actors that come to our event. Yes.
I find it fascinating. And one of the reasons why, and I think Kyle Lauder put it best, is that everybody loves dogs. You said the same thing. Everybody loves soap operas. Everybody loves dogs.
Right.
And, I find it great because when it comes to, the quote unquote less fortunate, animals are right there because they're so they can't do anything for themselves. So especially when you're able to help out the organizations, um, that do help, whether it's kids or animals, you're doing a great thing, and I absolutely love that, which is why we decided to benefit Samantha's friends with this podcast-a-thon this year.
Well, we are very, very happy, honored, pleased. I can't say enough to thank you. We are small,
Mhm.
we are local, and so we really don't reach out. We did do a couple Samantha's friends out in LA. Martha Madison, who came early on with us, hosted a few events at her restaurant when she had it in LA. It was very difficult for us, though, Kim, as you know. We
Yeah.
have our charities there, we have the dogs there. So it's hard for us to travel to other places, to put this event on. And we do, we have wonderful auction items. We have
Oh yeah.
live auction, we have silent auction. The actors get up on stage and, they auction off a lot of wonderful things.
Definitely.
And they also do a little skit that is part of the production, and we have people that perform and sing, and so we make it more like a show than a fan event. And so I think that's what's so different. We do have, a buffet brunch, and then after everything is over, we now have an autograph and picture session. So people get quite a lot for their money at Sunday's event. And I think Kyle mentioned that we started not too long ago to do the Saturday night event.
He said he really likes those too. He really
Yes.
likes
Oh
those.
yeah, no, that Saturday night event was just having a chance to just kind of get to know and mingle with and chat with all these like cool, creative, talented people, and just being able to get photos and have a little bit of pizza and just kind of get to just getting a chance to interact and chat with just a incredible group is just it's lovely. The VIP event that Saturday before, I've always enjoyed that as well. But and the brunch, there's a lot going on that day. I remember my first time, I was just like, wow, this is a jam-packed agenda. You guys got a lot going on. But
we've been doing it so long now that
you got it down to a
it's
science.
second nature.
Yeah. No, but lovely weekend, lovely, time to be had for sure. And, I highly recommend if you have the opportunity to, go and take part. And, I got to sit next to Matthew Ashford last time and chat soap operas and see dogs and bid on some really cool stuff, bid on the earrings I'm wearing now, actually, or what I, bid on and managed to snag at the auction. So,
Right.
yeah, just a lovely
We might have
experience
to
all
road
around.
trip it, Vinny.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think we're gonna have to road trip it.
Oh, absolutely. You must. Like I said, I'll send you a flyer, and we have. I think we have about 10 actors coming in May. Of course, somebody has the Bay background there, Kim. So we have. Let's see, who do we have coming from the Bay? We have Christos Andrews. We have Gregory Martin. We have Eric Nelson. We have Mike Manning. Who else? Now, Jordi Villasusa is going to be on the Bay, and he'll be with you a little bit later, I guess.
Yep.
James Preston now is going to be coming to us, and he's also on the Bay. And who else? There was somebody else. Well, Matt, we've had Matt, and of course, Matt is on the Bay and on days. So we have a lot of Bay people for sure.
Yep.
I have a soap news website, and I would love to do an article about your event that you have coming up.
Oh, of course. We would be happy to do that with you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I just got confirmation from another actor who's going to be joining us tonight for all of the Guiding Light fans. Frank Dacopoulos, who played Frank Cooper, is going to be coming on tonight at 7:00 Pacific time. So 10:00.
Okay. Very nice.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, he's going to jump on and help us out with this for a little while, too. And he's a fun talk.
Well, good.
Nice.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, I did have one. So, sticking with the theme of our network, are you a soap fan? Is that how you got all these soap opera fans to start coming to the events?
Well, okay, let's go back a little bit. And we said, well, how are we going to get soap opera people to come to our event? So many, many years back, when I was a lot younger and Sammy was just enough recovered where we could take a trip, she said to me, Mom, she said, there's something going on in LA. Days of Our Lives is having an event. Can we go? Absolutely not. And so, that was always my first response. And then it was like, she was graduating from college and it was her birthday. And so I said, you know what, we're going to go. So we went out and we made contact with a few, Kyle Lauder. And if any of you all remember Jay Johnson, we made contact with them and talked to a few other people. And actually, Jay had called us when we got back home. And it was like, oh my God, it's Jay Johnson on the phone. And he said, I hear your story and I want to help. And so we were very excited about that. So he and Kyle Lauder and Matt Cedania, if any of you all remember Matt, were actually Jay and Matt were the first two to come. And then it was Jay and Kyle and Eric Winter, who has now become a big celebrity on The Rookie. So we were very lucky to have them. And from there, it just mushroomed. And so we invited more and more and more actors. And it was just fun. It became fun for us and, helping other people and just having a wonderful time and seeing how happy people were to come to our event. And, we try and, even though we have the same format and it is run on a timeline. So I'm like, everybody calls me the general on Sunday. I run everything to the T. So it's just great fun and helping these charities that are so thankful to us. Just warms your heart. So
you should talk to Laura Wright if you get a chance to about the pickleball. She is an enthusiast. Like,
really?
She plays Carly Spencer on General Hospital. Her entire Instagram, it's constant. She is obsessed with pickleball.
Wow.
So
that's very interesting. Yeah.
And Cynthia Watros as well. They play together. So and
I watched all the soaps. We have them all recorded. We watch them in the evening. I watch Y&R. I watch B&B. I watch General Hospital. I watch Days. Actually, should I be saying this? I don't know. Should I tell you who my favorite show is? Aside from The Bay, of course. The Bay is number one.
Yes, please tell us.
General Hospital. I love General Hospital.
That's my favorite too.
I think it's great. The acting is great. They don't keep their stories out too long. And Y&R, and I have to say good things about Y&R. Y&R, I love the clothes. I love the sets. Right? I mean, they have outdoor scenes. The dresses that the actresses wear are just phenomenal. And so each show has its own kind of special niche, I think, that you learn to love. And so we all have our favorite actors, and of course, and so we're kind of Angela.
Yes.
Okay, we're kind of trying to lean towards more of the Bay and throwing some GH people in there as well, because we've had Days actors since we started out, and we've had almost everybody from Days. But there are a few other events that have all Days actors. So we thought, well, let's branch out and do something different, try and get some GH people and, of course, the Bay people to come. So that's kind of what we've been doing.
Yep. I mean, Sean Kanan might be another great one because he does Studio City, which is kind of in the same, style as the Bay. It's a streaming series. And it's Tristan Rogers won his first Emmy. When his first
Tristan was with us.
Yep, because he was with the Bay too. So he's on Studio City as well. And
okay, well, that's one I don't watch.
Carolyn Hennessy, Patricia Darbo, Sarah Joy Brown.
Now, when is that on?
It's a streaming series that he did. They've only done 2 seasons so far. It's on. They just put it on like Apple TV, Fubo, Roku. They just put it on all of them. It used to just be on Prime.
Okay.
And Vinny and I have a podcast about it because he's never seen it. So we're doing. It's one of my favorite shows. We're doing a rewatch, or I'm doing a rewatch, and he's. So yeah, it's really, really very good.
Okay,
So,
we'll have to watch that. Let me write that down because at my age I forget everything.
I've been forgetting everything since I was, like 14. And
If I don't write something down, there's no guarantee it's going to stick. Yeah.
I actually have these little on days when I'm got things I actually can't forget. I have these little like temporary tattoos that I can put on my hand that are a to-do list, and you can write on them. So can't forget.
You mean like this? Stickies?
Yeah. But it's like a temporary tattoo, like you do with like the little kid with the like cartoon dragon. It's a little notepad almost. It's a temporary tattoo with the lines, and you write what you can't forget. It's great. It's insane. I need all the help I can get. My children have sapped my attention span that wasn't great to begin with. So.
And again, folks, if you want to donate to Samantha's Friends, just scan the QR code up in the right-hand corner of the screen. That'll give you the option. Bring it to the Suds Media PayPal. Whatever we collect throughout this entire podcastathon will go directly to Samantha's Friends at the conclusion. So definitely go ahead, scan, help out, give what you can. You don't have to give a lot, but give what you can. And Alice, could you mention those charities that you help as well? Because I can go ahead and put their names in the chat room as well.
Sure. And I was just going to say, when you said that, for people to scan the QR code, if they're interested in any of those, like Angela, you said, Laura, right? If someone wanted to contribute, let's say just to pickleball to help first responders and things, they can say that, and that part of the donation will go to them, along with what we give them. And then Dante's Den is the other one, and Canines for Heroes is the third one. And Play for Life is the pickleball.
Yeah. Canines for Heroes. And
Dante's Den.
Yep. Canines for Heroes and Kids. What was the other one? Live to. What was the pickleball one?
Dante's Den.
Yep.
Play for Life.
DONTE''S Den.
Okay.
And Play for Life,
which
is the pickleball.
Yep. All right. So those are the three charities that Samantha's Friends helps out. And again, go ahead and scan that QR code up in the corner and donate whatever we collect during this whole podcastathon. That we're 23 hours left to go. We will be donating to Samantha's Friends as well.
Yes.
Again, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope to see you next year. And we want to wish everyone a very blessed and happy Thanksgiving, and
thank
enjoy
you
the
for everything
holiday.
you do.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yes,
We
thank you so much,
appreciate
Alice.
that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you. Okay.
Not working. Okay.
I will sign off now, and hopefully we'll see all of you at our event.
Yes.
All
All
definitely
right.
take
Thank you
care.
so
I'll
much.
be in touch about doing an article about your event to promote
Okay.
it.
Sounds wonderful.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Angela. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.